already we can see NRG using a lot of that utility to get onto the site very, very early on, but C9 playing for a pretty strong retake here.
Yes, indeed they are. Still 10 players left on the server. 30 seconds plus some. Just there's the first pick. Finally, Mitch doing something there. Taken out ahead with the headhunter. And breaks it back to Brax to leave in the field. It's 4 versus 3. And spoke too soon. It's 4 versus 1. 3 versus 1. And C9, they are looking so in control. Rendezvous used absolutely perfectly. Textbook maneuver here with the judge. Oh, we're going to see 2. We're going to see 2 finally before Mitch goes down. So excited. The thrill of the chase of the race. The judge gets 2 before it's back to the 3-on-3.
Continue.
Oh, C9 firmly in control here with only 2 players left alive from NRG. Tex has managed to heal himself up a little bit, but it's not going to help you against a one-shot from the rifle. And Leaf, once again, coming up really big in another round. How the hell did he get there? He just, like, walks up into the back line and gets a kill. Okay. Sure, it gets traded out eventually, but the fact that he managed to get all the way into their back line is absolutely ridiculous. For an oh, the wall getting destroyed there is super unfortunate. They're not going to be able to get the plant down. Now with even numbers and inferior weapons, they're committing the Viper's Pit.
Interesting defensive Viper's Pit. Actually, maybe you can use a little bit too early. A bit overzealous. It's down to the 3-on-1. No HP and the weaponry is not looking so good. It's down to the 1-on-1. Oh, Leaf! How? The ultimate coming through, pitch perfect. Being that knight in shining armor here for NRG so far. We've seen a couple of flares, a couple of potential, but the positioning, it's just too OP from Cloud9.
Vanity getting so much done there, gets caught out in the molly, but the rest of his team is there for a little bit of cleanup, and that's another round where NRG just struggle to find footing. Of course, the suppression comes through, making things a little bit more difficult here for Android, but let's face it, in this 2 versus 1 situation, how much can he realistically get done? Round is going to end any moment now. It's going to be a 5-0, and NRG are going to be back down onto an unfortunate bye. They will, however, have
look at damage!
Nah. Oh, wow. Mitch actually invested the Twitter Force as well. A KO available to kind of consistently shut down those ingresses onto the site.
It's huge. That's another huge entry from Leaf. Takes 1 to the face. He's actually going to be eeiu in kind. Xeppaa trying to even things out to the 3 versus 3. This we have seen before, but the aggression, the counter-aggression that's falls back from C9 is just too much for NRG to handle right now.
The sheer pressure from C9, these... I don't even want to call it, it's not even a retake. They're not allowing the spike to get planted. It's wider array of damage. So you just start spraying and you're likely to get, oh no, leave, no, leave, no.
2? 2 off of a double satchel. This is like a trick shot video on YouTube. This is mental. 4 players survive, not quite the sheets flawless, but it's been a flawless half so far. That's what you can say for sure.
Their toes. NRG have no idea how to respond to this. Now they're going for a big mid play. Now they're kind of expecting that aggression. I like this.
This is what was missing, the creativity that we need to see. The showstopper's going to take out that Viper's Pit right away. That is even more heartbreaking. That's even more tragic because the potential was there for something, but oh no. The sprays continue going through mids. They don't care, Cloud9, where they're coming from. It doesn't matter. They've got it on lock. And this half has to be unlocked. The key might be thrown away. 1 round left in the half.
So they've used the utility on A. This is the first time that we're seeing a real fake. Mitch isn't even watching the right direction. He's kind of expecting a loop-de-loop play once again. Might not expect them. Oh, the judge comes out.
There you go. They did something. They were able to counter that shotgun, and you hear some shock in my voice, and you wouldn't really hear shock against the judge, but the judge, Mitch's hand, has been absolutely devilish. Devil-like. That's the biggest advantage they've had too. It's a 5 versus 3.
Oh, managed to shut down the showstopper, so that creates a little bit of extra space here. The race did come out, but there we go. 3 versus 2. The spike just manages to get planted in the molly, but is it going to be enough? Android is the last person left alive and needs to make something huge out of this tour de force. They're going for a pincer around him, around yellow. He manages to spot one, manages to get the kill. Can he get the second? Pulls back. Oh, he's done it! Let's go! No, It missed. I thought that hit.
I thought it
I'm
hit
actually
too.
shattered. I'm shattered.
Jumpy coming in as well here from Android. Crucial.
He knows there's no time. Surely not.
There you go.
There we go. Now he's done it. Now we can get excited.
Better.
Slower play as well from NRG. Looks like they aren't going for the fake this time though. Leaf boings straight onto side there. Oh, beautiful usage there of the utility as well. C9 looking good, but eeiu is holding the line.
Look at this chaos.
Pistol rounds.
Player standing. 30 seconds
Pistol
left.
rounds? I say yell pistol rounds. It's down to 2-on-1. Android, once more. We need to see back-to-back clutches, Sam. Back-to-back.
Spike planted.
Can he make it happen though? Oh, this is a super huge ask. Spike's already down. Is he... Oh, so unfortunate. Xeta with a huge round there. 4 kills situation. That's all that can be said about that.
That's a fact, isn't it? Dire straits here for the likes of NRG. Just hoping, really praying and hoping that they can get that full by next round. But from what you're seeing right now, I don't think that's going to be on the cards. 13-1 is looking like it's over and done. It's all down to 1. It's Android once more. I want to say Clutch Masters had that 1 clutch to their name. A Headhunter is going to continue the game just for now.
But not for much
Attackers
longer.
win.
C9 with a 13-1 victory on what was NRG's map pick. Into it with C9 on attack. Looks like NRG going to be going for a very aggressive defense here. And they're going to start things off with a nice little kill onto Mitch.
Okay, Hayes. Head on a swivel. Gets things off to a fantastic start, considering what we saw last game. 13-1 already. Good to see things looking a lot better here for the likes of NRG, and the continuation of that success is looking good.
1 enemy
I
remaining.
always love these interesting ring-a-ring-a-rosy type vibes where the attackers become the defenders, and that's essentially what we've seen here. But Xeta in a 1 versus 2 has the classic at the ready. The right click is still absolutely devastating. Doesn't even need it. Gets the kill, but it's Android with the jumping right click. Able to get that final kill and gonna be able to get that defuse as well. I like this. This is a much better look than what we saw on Icebox, but the question remains, will they be able to maintain this momentum?
Their buck out of that one. Also, fun fact, PSA, NRG officially had more rounds than they did in that first game, and looking to bolster things up, Som getting so aggressive.
Spike down.
All right, so this is NRG's new playbook. It's not even new though. I mean, they were being fairly aggressive on Icebox as well, but it wasn't really working out for them. Here on this defense on Bind,
Okay.
they're just absolutely decimating.
Of what's going to happen, and C9, they really have got to start getting something into action soon if they're to have a say in map number 2 in their map. Big eeiu gets a double with the Hunter's Fury. Brilliant.
Alright, Xeppaa trying to get a little bit of chip damage across there, but again, Spike hasn't actually committed anywhere. They've made a ton of noise over on the B side, but this has somewhat been clocked as eeiu starts making his way over towards the A side, just to give Android a little bit of backup, because it looks like, yes, the Spike is going to be making its way over there. Now they have control of the back of site as well as Heaven. They need to get control of lamps if they want to maintain control of the site.
Potential use. Tech saying, step back, get back from me. Like the bouncer at the door, but not going to do enough to stop them stampeding through. Down to 1 player, down to Hazed. That new addition, formerly of TSM. Now rocking the NRG colours, and well, Mitch says, take that jersey off for now, mate, because all that matters is Cloud9, because we're on the scoreboard.
Still kind of anyone's game at this point, but C9 have managed to take control of lamps, and they've basically taken control of the site. They've forced NRG back using some of that utility, but oh, Hazed coming out on top, taking down Xeppaa. That's quite huge. Need to find an ingress point onto site, with Tex here on the flank getting a kill as well. This should be around in the bag.
1 enemy remaining.
Vanity holding tight, angle there. Tex gets a frag, Andrew gets a frag too, and NRG just mopping up the floor. They see a concern, and they're going to clean up right away. Really, really, the best stuff we've seen so far in this grand final. I can say that.
Has managed to get a ridiculous amount of information. They now know exactly where the spike is being planted, and they know where the enemies are. But Mitch is in full control of this
What
site.
a flick. Flick from elbow. Well, the Force so powerful. That wall pen as well through the majority of objects in the game. Oh, this is such a deadly frag here from Zed. It's going to get potentially 3, gets 2, and the third to come through as well. That is how you finish a round on the flank.
Their crazy plays that little bit more viable because they had the firepower to back it up. And they've just kind of been riding that the whole way through. Now, Xeppaa coming in huge with all of this KO utility, and it just does so much to open up these sites.
That it does. Paint shells trying to do something to deter the hookah pushes here. Xeppaa does get slapped by Hazed, and chance Hazed gets traded out by Mitch. And it's going to be down to the 3-on-2. Spikes down. So much to do here for NRG.
You last person left. Spike's already down. Spot's 1, but got spotted back. C9 have been making, on top of the fact that they still have 2 ultimates to work with. I don't see NRG coming out on top of this round.
No, and we didn't even talk about this. Oh, Xeppaa coming in nice with Hunter's Fury. Oh no, that's a TK. That's a TK with Hunter's Fury.
Sure, I guess. Oops.
We take those, said C9.
Honestly, C9 just like, all right, thanks, man. Just handed us a player. I mean, we already had a player advantage. It just made it even worse. I don't know. That's rough.
Tragic.
I mean, that's the last thing that NRG should be doing right now. We kind of talk again about that mental game, and it's one of those things that factors in because that is usually a miscommunication.
Yeah.
All over again. Mitch making his way over onto the A site as well. The long way around. Oh, and Leaf getting so far into their backline. Nobody even noticed. Nobody's turned around. Finally, Tex will get the better of him. NRG still have the player advantage here, and the Viper's Pit is still up. So things are still looking in their favor. Need to hold the line here. They need to keep communicating.
Vanity trying to break down that communication. Try to pick up where Leaf left off. Knows. Absolutely knows there is a Viper lurking in that Viper's Pit. Gonna take the TP though. I think eventually that he's gonna force Andre to get in that rotation sooner rather than later.
He's just waiting. There we go. Beautiful kill there to stem the tide a little bit.
Top.
Perfect.
High level gameplay game. NRG not having the best of time. What's happening?
They're just vibing outside hookah.
Just chilling.
Playing around with the heel, yeah.
See if hookah's open or closed.
Drone.
All right, there we go. Drone comes out. They spot 1, push left. Heel comes through. Takes
Okay.
with frenzy, man.
Okay.
Oh, from range as well. Tex going absolutely mental.
Spike planted.
You know what? Sometimes you just need to stop and take a breath. That's what I've learned from this round.
Take it easy, man, as Sky would say. I don't think she says that, but she could, and it'd be very fitting. Right now.
Are you Australian?
I could be. I'm actually, we'll come back to that, because right now frags are happening, and it's going to be on Xeta with Sova to pick up 2, and we'll leave it at that. The round is through. Yes, no one saw anything at all. 5 versus 4. You tell you something, I'm really concerned. I've got a bit of time to talk about this. It's a bit of a potential gimme here unless there's something super spicy. Oh no. Oh no. Hazed has the Aries, and beware. Hazed is on a tear.
What were you going to say? Before you
I was going to say,
the Aries?
The Aries just took the limelight for me there, and he's going to be Tex to wrap things up.
The all-powerful Aries that we saw blow C9 out of the water in the previous round, but can they replicate those results?
Oh, there's some good peaks here from NRG.
Okay, I guess they can.
So, a Spectre clearing showers, not something you see every day, especially you've got the full buy coming through here from C9, but what full buy? What buy? There's only 2 players left.
All right, consider the results replicated. With the Aries, no less. I mean, pretty big ultimate to drop here, but probably necessary at this point.
30 seconds
Given
left.
that they are at the player disadvantage. Oh, they don't know that Leaf snuck through!
Spike down A.
He's do a lot more than just 1 tap, though. We're going to see a lot more taps. It's coming from Xeppaa instead. He's put it down to a 3-on-1. This is not a round. Not a round at all. C9 should be relevant in.
Next. Oh, through the box. Heartbreaking. Is going to be down damn near impossible.
Infuriating. It really, really can be. And even when they do get a frag,
30
it gets
seconds
traded out right away by Mitch. So you go up and you go right down here for the likes of NRG. And that's their morale just going up and down. The trigger discipline coming through from Vanity. Gonna be good. Fantastic. Phenomenal for 2. And that is a morale kick, I think, for NRG. Mitch is flanking, Sam.
He's on one of these like crazy flanking missions, and I don't think anybody's the wiser. I mean,
Oh, no.
Android is watching, but he's watching towards Spice. He's not watching for Belong.
Oh my goodness.
Gun. There it is.
So this is for me, I think the difference between the two teams right now, the dynamic gameplay from C9, the way they're switching up these defaults and playing these rotations, it's just deadly. It's devastating. And
What a valiant attempt there. Yeah, they do have a little bit of guns that they can use and a ton of ultimates, but yeah, I don't know if I see those ultimates coming out here.
Oh boy, the nade, the paint shells, it gets a double. It gets a double there for Leaf. That's the round. That's a wrap. Showers just completely under attack. Not from the attackers, from the defenders.
See if they can keep this momentum rolling.
Such a big round from NRG, and I think that's even a shocking round for C9. They weren't expecting it. xeta, though, going to be expecting the play at Showers. Been happening a little too often. Trade up comes from Som. xeta's out the picture. Back to the 4-on-4. The headhunter good for 1.
Spike down A.
Healing over here.
Oh, operator gets yoinked.
Spike planted. Last
Som!
That is not the first time that Leaf has died with the showstopper out. This should be another round in the bag once again here
Recovering it.
for NRG. Unless Vanity can come up huge. I mean, we've seen him clutch more dire situations, but unfortunately Som has his number with that operator.
They've got site access for now. The Sting holding elbow. Not the best weapon, but it's going to do. And it's going to take out a Vandal player.
Sure, you know what? If you get the drop on him, 100%.
15 seconds. 15 seconds.
HPs are so low as well. They're gonna need to absolutely clean up here.
One enemy.
Oh no!
Spike down B.
Vanity has a judge in his hand, so anybody who comes up B-long, and there is someone coming up B-long, hazed, you know the barrel of the gun through the smoke. And it's Vanity who comes out on top with the judge.
Som gonna even things out a little bit. Vandal in hand, gets the headshot. Som has been starting to rev up in the latter portion of this second half of this second game with the best of 3. And look, Android chipping in for 1 as well. Som doubling down. This is looking really good posture here for NRG. But just as I say that, C9, they're coming back to try and steal the victory. It's 3 versus 1. 2 versus 1.
The spike's all the way over on B, so, I mean, there's that. So the spike will at the very least get planted. But how well is he going to be able to defend it? He has no utility available. Guiding light's only up in a few seconds.
Look at this angle, Sam.
HL's going to come through. It gives the information away. Exactly.
Oh no!
Oh, Leaf, you're so smart. What?
It's going to be the first time they're sent to OT. That potential of losing this map.
Do we see that happening though?
Oh!
30
Teleport
seconds
out of the way. Hazed evening out the numbers here.
30 seconds.
It's just not time. I mean, there is time, but it's like the tension.
Last player standing.
Oh, still down to 1 player.
Enemy remaining.
It's all down to the 1-on-1.
And it's Som who's run
10
all the way
seconds
over onto the B site again. This is the second time he's done this play. Now he does at least have a guiding light. So if he throws that out into hookah, it should give the information. There's someone there, but he hasn't used it just yet. He's waiting. I think he's already figured out that this is where Xeppaa is.
No CMD. Just disables any ability to come from Som. Som does have that guiding light available. The potential, get the little jiggle peek, and OT! 5, they've got barely any. Som, oh no! Gets BM'd with a headshot wallbang.
Silence.
Let's
Quiet
get
now.
traded out very quickly. Oh, it's eeiu though with 2 with the
30
3.
seconds left.
Cannot connect the fourth as Xeta will get that kill. 2 versus 3 here for C9. They have whittled away almost all of their utility, but that spike plant should be coming through. However, the operator is still on the board, and I'm not too sure if they've noticed the op just yet. There's also a flank coming through all the way through Spice Market.
I think you're right. I think you're right. They don't have vision. They don't have ears or eyes on that operator.
One enemy remaining.
I completely changed. They do now, though. They do now. Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey. Up to the face. Big disgrace. And NRG taking the first in this OT. NRG, they're doing such a great job.
Here's where the real thing comes into play, because of course NRG are on match point once
Look
again.
at this push!
Oh, that's a beautiful start to it. I'm feeling it.
No
I'm feeling
way!
The breeze. I'm feeling the breeze. See
Oh,
that
the
Xeta
response!
does manage to even it out immediately with the quick double tap. 3 versus 3. Trailblazer doesn't connect, so he doesn't get concussed out, but it does give away the information that he's there. Now, a little bit of a dance between the two players, but it's Som who comes out on top. Vanity only has a Spectre to play with in this. Ooh, Xeppaa getting the kill through the box on site. It's just so back and
Seekers.
forth. Som is even going to commit the Seekers here.
One
It's out
enemy
one.
remaining.
We're able to catch the other.
Hazed.
2 versus 1. Xeppaa, if anyone can do
One
it.
enemy remaining.
Oh, down to the 1-on-1. Have to see a half
No
here for the
ways.
defuse. Xeppaa trying their best and not going to be able to do enough. Hazed with the wide swing and NRG with the best wide swing of this entire tournament for them, taking it all the way to Breeze with a third of this best of 3 grand final. Looking to continue to bring the pain and bring the upset here. The first team to take a map away from C9. Can they make it 2? Tex, good. So much composure here. And they're stopping this plant in his tracks.
And a Marshall.
Oh, look how much damage Leaf took for that. That is not worth the trade out. That peak. Trying to get cheeky and whoa. You just being disgusted with the shock darts.
Spike planted.
Starts things off. Look at Tex though. So much value out of this mid push. And while Tex continues and it's over and out. NRG. So in control. Get me out. And that's into the next round.
Get me
Out of this
out.
round into the next. How many times have we said that in battle? Well, a couple of times. These players do not have the ability, though. They've got to stick this out. They've got to see it through.
Oh, nice flash comes through there. Manages to get the nice little penetration through the wall. Xeppaa manages to get 1 kill.
4 boxes. Well, and I don't even think Zeta's going to catch this. No, Zeta's not. Look at this flank.
Oh no. It hasn't been spotted at all. Now it has.
Here comes the party.
Too little,
Tex.
too
Oh!
ways does that connect? What? Tex going absolutely massive here on the wildest
Ace?
possible flank. And now Leaf, last person left alive, tries to make something happen, takes a little bit of chip damage on the way down, but gets taken out. It is in fact the ace. Wait. And chose violence. Well, maybe not this morning. They woke up after map 1 and chose violence. But I mean, bearing in mind that this is also their map pick. So they lost their first map pick and now they're looking much better here on map 3. With this being an eco round for C9, they do manage to get a kill there. So if they can get 1 or 2 more, then that's what we call a good eco, even if it's not ideal. And as they move into the next round, they will have rifles once again. Now, if they want to replicate the 6-6 half that we saw on Bind, after this round, C9 are going to have to win 6 in a row. Now, it's not too much of a tall task for a team of C9's caliber, but jeez, the spray and pray was real.
Run and gun Vandal,
The way
new
that
meta.
NRG are, I mean, sure, why not? It didn't pay off, but it was worth a try. But in terms of ultimates, that's all they have.
There is that showstopper. That's going to be coming in from Leaf. But I think the 0 point might shut that down. Som trying to shut it down too. But oh no, Leaf gets the final say.
There we go. Hunter's Fury.
Oh, good for 2.
Hunter's Fury gets 2. That's massive, but that counter Hunter's Fury is going to come through. And with the spike having been planted, this is a great way to try to hold down the post plant. Unfortunately, only 2 players left alive here for C9.
Standing.
Tex just has literally been the best in the West with these shots. Phantom Vandal doesn't matter. All down to one player. All down to 11 HP. Vanity. Vanity usually says all good, but I think this is going to be all bad. And the swing comes through. Vanity good for one. Can Vanity be good for two? And oh no, not enough. Not enough bullets in the chamber.
Give you that drive to do that much better. We had that little bit of utility coming through here onto the A side, but NRG doing really well to lock it down.
A.
There was
best.
some.
There was past tense. Forgive me. Past tense indeed puts down the null CMD. Null CMD coming in response. Mitch gets a frag.
30 seconds
Beautiful
left.
stuff coming in, and that
Spike
could be a
planted.
crucial frag too. 4 versus 3.
This is still definitely winnable for Cloud9. They just have to kind of hold these angles. Yes, they
All
do
the
have the
timing.
inferior weaponry, but it doesn't matter. They might not have the best weapons, but these are not players to turn your noses up at. They are phenomenal. Tex, 5 HP and a dream here. eeiu is still alive, but he's a little bit further behind. And oh, there we go. Twitter Force will come up huge. Followed by Leaf on the Guardian. A thrifty round for Cloud9. Great map control for the moment, and that spike is slowly ticking away.
Good
With
flick.
some of the space, kind of force him out of position as well.
Try to do something from danger. Androids do all the hard work though. eeiu there for support. It's down to a 3-on-1. The post plot there. He's going to be there for Vanity. The snakebite comes through with the frag. It's going to come through too. I don't know if there's enough time. The snakebite as well. Vanity
once again, last player standing to make something happen. Is there enough time? They managed to get it to the halfway point. The volley was in the way, and it's 0.19 seconds. Because I think they realized that Leaf went on that wild flanking mission. They don't really want to allow that to happen again.
Stop it in his tracks. Stop them while they're ahead. Spraying and praying comes through. The trade coming through from Android. Good for the 2-for-1. Buy one, get one free. That's fantastic.
Buy one, get one free.
Everyone loves the deal, especially Androids. Especially if that deal equals 12,500 and a pixel gap is all they need.
Oh, this is such a tough spot for C9 to be in. Vanity, however, will get another kill there. Xeta will start getting his HP back up, but Vanity, unfortunately, not able to survive through it. Now Xeta, last player left alive. We've seen this before. The spike hasn't been planted, and NRG doing very well to play off of each other.
Oh, what a shot!
Despite that, Xeta with the most beautiful spray transfer. 2
Last round in
HP
the
left,
half.
and somehow he scrapes together another round for Cloud9.
Point out something. Waiting for that recon dart. Calculated decision. I'm going to get my recon dart out. I'm clicking heads. Banging shots, and gives every reason for C9 as I say that to get back into it. Android trying to counter that Leaf aggression and Mitch aggression at middle. And takes control of that deep mid.
Toxin screen down.
Oh, well, mid control for the moment, non-existent. I think once you lose one player in mid, you kind of start to question, some walks directly into the showstopper. Wasn't expecting that to be waiting there, so that will once again even out the numbers a little bit. But if anything, C9 have phenomenal control of the map at the moment.
Androids been such a pillar of support over at middle. eeiu doing just the same.
Quickly turned around in favor of NRG. And bearing in mind, they still have that Hunter's Fury online. I mean, a lot was invested into this round again for Cloud9. As they start making their way in onto the A site, they should be able to very easily get that spike plant down at the very least. Oh, but the beautiful prediction!
See
It's
ya.
not going to stop the spike plant, but it is going to get the kill and get a little bit of a tag in onto Leaf as well. 1 versus 3 here. That's a great play from eeiu. We'll see if Leaf can somehow touch this one out as we see Android going on a wild flanking mission once again to create a little bit of a pincer. And that's going to make things that much more difficult for Leaf. If this gets communicated well...
Oh, the timing!
Did he just get timinged?
Oh,
Oh, he
dear.
did! Oh, heartbreaking. Play the game too quickly as Cloud9 have the vast majority of their forces still on the A side.
Spike down.
Beautiful use of the headhunter, Mitch. Standing alone, Lone Ranger, good with the classic as well. Blitz pop going to work, and the headhunter back as well. That's a beautiful 4K. That is tremendous.
Good grief, that's insane. There's no... How do you get that much value?
It's the sort of additional info from on top of that new wall that's been added. Fantastic, actually. really does help be more creative on the hold. And oh my goodness, Mitch is getting so creative with these rendezvous. Maybe a tad too creative. The frag coming through from NRG though, as they are able to muster up the numbers, muster up the strength, and lock down sight in this 3 versus 3.
With a map this big, sometimes it actually does just pay off to not go for the fakes because the rotation time is quite long. But unfortunately, NRG, despite the fact that they did manage to get the spike down, Tex not able to get the kill onto Vanity. The satchel pack peak not paying off in eeiu. 20 HP in a dream.
Taken out.
No, what?
Manages to get one through the smoke. Beautifully timed there. A little bit of a spray and pray. But is it going to be enough? Recon dart's going to come through. Spray a little bit through the wall, but unfortunately not going to be able to do enough. Kind of leaning towards the A side, but look at this rotation from C9. It's been completely telegraphed. They've realized that there's absolutely no one towards mid or the B site. Shots are going to come through. Trades will go back
the
and
wall
forth,
bang.
but it's C9 who still come out on top.
Domination from C9. It's not going to be a Sheets flawless, but it feels like it for them at least.
See some ultimates coming through here as Mitch is immediately going to pop tour de force. Does get his position spotted out though, so he's just going to get the heck out of there as quickly as possible. They have great control of both mid and the A site. And Mitch is, oh, he's a demon. Who needs a jet when you have a chamber?
Straight up, tour de force is so powerful in the right hands, and well, Mitch, he's owning that custom rifle. I'm loving to see all this chamber use as well. Who needs jet? Who needs a Reina when you got a chamber? 3 or 4 versus 2 right now, and well, NRG far away from a victory this round. A lot of damage inflicted, but I just don't think it's enough to seal the deal.
At the very least, if Android can get a kill here, he'll have his ultimate in the next round, because, you know, then he'll die. So he'll get that ult orb as well. But he needs to get a kill first. And at least they'll have that little bit of firepower and a lot to play
30
with.
seconds left.
Come on, Xeppaa's on 10 HP.
Remaining.
Sure.
Spike down.
Denied. Cut down in his prime. eeiu will be able to get one, but he immediately gets traded back. And C9 1 round away from evening up the scoreline.
Call that util.
Yeah, but I mean, he immediately gets spotted out, so they know he's there. They're going to keep their eyes trained there. The Viper's Pet's going to come out as well. But Vanity, despite the fact that they knew he was there, he is just so good. Manages to get one down, buys time for his team. Showstopper comes out, doesn't connect, but the rest of the team is getting kills anyway. 2 versus 4. Looking like NRG, this could be the end of their Steam train.
I think it's the end of the line. Last stop, off you get. Bit of sheriff action, bit of staple action as well, coming in from hazed, but I think there's going to be enough time to negotiate, to figure it out. Just wait for the toxins to fade away. Well, Mitch has been spotted at mid tunnel choke. Might be a bit of a joke now. You've been seen, right? You can't make the play that you were going to, Leaf. Well, undoing any attempts at trying to rally up the troops and go elsewhere.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh.
Spike down A.
Another beautiful round from Cloud9. NRG kind of needed this to stay in it. They're going to be forced down onto a very strange buy once again. Android should still be able to buy up, as I mentioned before. Should still have some of their ultimates to play with as well, but there's very little that they can do at this point. C9 will be on double digits. Okay, I was kind of wondering if we were going to see like a hero play there, but it didn't pan out. It's from round to round, see if they can do something a little bit differently, but it really has just been C9 reading their every move at every opportunity. And I'm going to chalk up a lot of this to mid control as well. I feel like the lack of mid control is definitely a contributing factor, and C9 have done reasonably well in most rounds to have that mid control to like potentially deny rotations in, but NRG just have not had any answers to Cloud9's positioning, to their raw gunmanship, to any of their strategic plays.
Take happens.
NRG find themselves once again.
Oh, Leaf!
how bad of a position do you have to be in? You're already on an eco round, and to have one of your players taken off the board in the first 2 seconds of the match. There's the second player down in the next 2 seconds of the match. And that's going to put us on match point. Yes, it's still doable, but NRG have been on 9 points for this entire half. They haven't been able to pick up a single round. This is devastating.
Last player standing.
I was about to say it's agonizing, devastating, agonizing. Oh, it's like the Peter Griffin meme where he hits his knee. Are you going to be ready for the judge of Vanity? Mitch, Vanity have been infamous with their shotguns in this game. There's the 0 point.
Very early showstopper. Not this one, the previous one from Leaf. Now we finally see the second one.
The judge.
Check for the judge on the right. Or left, I suppose, depending on where you're looking from. And that's probably all she wrote. 4 versus 3. Boombot's gonna go out to clear the corner, get shot down, so they don't know for 100% sure, but there is a suspicion there's a player there. There is an opportunity to turn around, but they're not gonna take that. Instead, Android is gonna be able to even out the numbers a little bit here, and now they'll start booking it over towards the B site. They need to be aware though, because Leaf, oh no, it's a fake. They're not actually moving. Leaf hightailed it all the way over onto the B site. Now that means that there is a number advantage here for NRG. If they can possibly get another kill here, and they need to do this quickly before the rotation comes back.
That op angle,
30 seconds
I think that's all that Cloud9 need. They're posted up. It's that one-hit wonder, right, with the operator.
Mm-hmm.
And low HP as well for one player, and it does take out Tex too, so that could be curtains. 10 seconds?
10 Leaf's on his way back. Mitch, knowing that he only has the operator, isn't going to push in unnecessarily. He's waiting to see if someone will peek into him. Now that Leaf is finally regrouped. Manages to do a little bit of damage, but the information will get transferred across. Somehow Mitch survives. Xeta will have his cross covered. And it's all down to Android to try and run out the clock. They're playing Ring a Rosie again around the...
No!
But only able to get the 1 kill. Xeta's swing is good. It's a 13-9 win for Cloud9, and they will be your Valorampage champions.